Hello everyone and welcome to Action RPG Build Guide Edition. Today I am ready to drop on you my updated Rogue Marksman Channeling Multishot. And I have to say, this build is better than ever. As always, everything is timestamped in the description below if you need to jump around. We're going to be going over gameplay, skills, passives, gear, and of course breaking down the character sheet. Let's not waste any time and jump right into this. Starting off with some gameplay. Now the skills I'm going to be using for this build are Shift, Smoke Bomb, Decoy, Multishot, and Flurry, and we're going to be triggering Multishot from Flurry. Now there are different ways to play it. You can literally just move forward and kill enemies as you progress. I like running past a whole bunch of packs, dropping Decoy, then Smoke Bomb, then tearing everything up together. Lots of different ways to play this, but you will see. Obviously, you shoot incredibly fast.
Not happening.
Come and get me. Come and get me. It's so good.
Not happening.
And obviously insane damage. And you'll kill enemies off screen as well. What's interesting about this build is it actually does very well against single target as well. You just channel Flurry on that target. Blocking my way. Come and get me.
Not happening.
Pretty easy. Let's run one more. Now we are in an arena monolith. Come and get me. Come on. Come and get me. Come and get me. And as long as you're geared correctly, you can, for the most part, keep shooting. Seriously ridiculous. And your mana regen's pretty darn fast. So you shift, obviously, for movement. And it gives you a boost to speed and survivability. Smoke Bomb, big boost to damage and survivability. Decoy does perfectly what it's meant to do. Decoy enemies. And then Multishot and Flurry are your damage dealers. If you love bows, you love D2 style Multishot, you are going to love this build. Anyone else? Wave 17. I think you get the point. Let me show you how to recreate this build. So let's check out the skills, starting with Shift. Very popular skill. Almost every rogue takes this ability. Now this is going to give you movement. When you're done with the movement, it's going to give you run walk. You're going to be invulnerable while you're shifting. It's going to give you life and it is going to cleanse all ailments. It's a very good skill. You want 3 into Shadow Recuperation, 4 into Swift Recovery, 3 into Momentum, 1 into Shadow Slip, 4 into Elusive, 2 into Breathing Technique, 1 into Rebound, 1 into Vault, and 1 into Multi. Shift. Very good skill. Moving on to Flurry, your damage dealer, which has changed a little bit for 083 and this build. You are wanting 3 into Alcrity, 2 into Blood Revelry, 2 into Second Wind, 2 into Sap Willpower, 2 into Relentless, 2 into Adrenaline Rush. Now, Adrenaline Rush is new. This is what I have added to the skill, and it makes it so you shoot so much faster. You thought you shot quick before, this takes you to the next level. 1 into Boundless Blows, 1 into Accelerating Impact, 4 into Pavis, 3 into Fusillade, and Boundless Blows is what makes this a channeling skill, and Fusillade is what makes this multi-shot every 4th arrow. And again, you're shooting so fast, it feels like multi-shot is your main skill. That is Flurry. Smoke Bomb. Honestly, out of all the skills, Smoke Bomb is probably the best because this is going to give you your survivability, it's going to give you added damage, and you're pretty much always going to crit when you are standing inside your cloud. You want 5 into Lingering Fumes, 5 into Shadow Hunter, 1 into Shrouded in Darkness, 4 into Rapid Concealment, 1 into Thick Smoke, and 4 into Eroding Fumes. Now, I've changed it. Before we had 4 into Impending Gloom, so you had a huge big smoke cloud. You don't need that because you're standing still anyway, so I've moved those 4 over to Armor Shred stacks, so you just shred that armor quicker, which means you do more damage. Moving over to Decoy, and you want 3 into Efficient Construction, 1 into Sonic Detonation, 5 into Embedded Spikes, 1 into Backup Buddy. Backup Buddy means you can throw 2. Quintessential, you gotta have it. 5 into Lasting Presence, 4 into the Shadows, and 1 into Ambush. Kind of interesting. When your Backup Buddy blows up, you actually have higher crit multiplier as well. And we'll check this out when we're looking at the character sheet. Okay. Last but not least, Multishot. And again, you really never actually cast Multishot. Every once in a while, if somehow you run out of mana, then you can manually cast Multishot. But again, this always goes through that. You want 1 into Efficient Draw, 1 into Strong Pull, 1 into Keep Pushing Him Around. And keep pushing him around, just to be clear, when I was streaming this build last night, we were pushing the Emperor of Corpses, one of the main bosses, into the corner of the map. Knockback on Multishot will knock back any enemy, including bosses. Fun fact. 2 into Quick Draw, 1 into Back to Back, 2 into Repeating Bow, 3 into True Strikes, 3 into Critical Arrows, 1 into Sniping, 3 into Pinning Shot, 2 into No Easy Way Out. Now, with Multishot, you do more damage against slowed enemies. 60% more damage against slowed enemies. And here you're going to get a 20% chance. It doesn't seem like a lot, but again, remember how many arrows you're shooting. As long as one of those trigger that 1 in 5 chance of slow, which is going to happen to every enemy, you're going to do 60% more damage. And then if you have a rare bow, I recommend you putting slow chance on that bow. But those are the skills. Now let's check out some passives. My character is level 85. 85. So Rogue Base class, you want 8 into Swift Assassin, 8 into Steady Hand, which gives you 5 into Dodge and Parry, 4 into Critical Precision, and 8 into Thief Guard. I'll explain Thief Guard and Glancing Blow towards the end. Blade Dancer, you want 8 into Cloak of Shadows, and then the rest of your 56 points go into Marksman. 8 into Draining Arrows, 2 into Focus Fire, 5 into Assassin's Quiver, 10 into Wound Maker, 10 into Missile Mastery, jump all that stuff in the middle, 10 into Thief's Quiver, 5 into Sharpshooter, 6 into Sniper's Gambit. And that's it. That's it. All 56 points. Those are the passives. Time for everyone's favorite gear, starting with idols. Now, the 2 idols you want to find are these bad boys right here. Increase damage per arrow with multi-shot, increase damage per arrow of multi-shot. It can roll with increase armor shred, and it can increase physical damage. This is a terrible roll. It can go as high as 45. I would say a perfect idle for this build is 45% increased physical damage and 5% or 6% increased damage per arrow with multi-shot. All these other little ones are just increased physical damage. And then this one right here, armor shred with a bow and increased bow damage. Very, very good idle. Now you could change it a little bit. You can kill these ones. So this gives you what, 22% to physical, and you could throw in one of these, which is increased to bow critical strike chance. So if you're having problems with your crit, which I personally don't think this build has because of smoke bomb, you could throw this in the top and at the bottom. Okay, those are the idles. Moving over to gear. Now on here, there's nothing required. You don't need a special unique. You don't need anything like that. Okay, I'm going to go through each item. Helmet, and you'll see the affix on here. Increased damage per arrow with multi-shot. Same thing as on the idle. Amulet, you want physical penetration. Quiver, physical damage, bow damage, crit chance or crit multiplier. Armor, increased damage while wielding a bow. Bow we will talk about last. Ring, mana regen. Belt, mana regen. Ring, mana regen, mana regen. Relic, crit multiplier, physical damage. Boots, dex and movement. And these gloves are terrible. Dex, critical strike chance, armor shred, and void resistance. Now when it comes to the bow, okay, where are you? You are right here. Now, if you're just looking plug and play, okay, you could take the unique compass bow, and this is the bow for multi-shot, and it unlocks at level 64. This will help you if you're struggling with mana, and obviously it gives you 4 more arrows of multi-shot. Okay, but watch this. Okay, you see me shooting? Watch me shooting. Okay. Now, you notice the difference? It's so much faster. Okay, this is the bow that I prefer. The Bow of Glory. It gives physical damage, critical strike chance, and this one rolled at 80% physical damage. It can go as high as 100. On top of that, it has stun chance, health on kill, bow physical damage, and increased physical damage. So when you just look at the tooltip for Flurry, it's at 65.73 with this bow, and then you throw in the unique 54.43. So you're going to shoot faster and do more damage. You're talking almost 20% more damage with a rare bow. But what the compass is going to do is it's going to help you with mana. So if you have bad gear and you can't keep your mana up, use this, and it'll give you 4 extra arrows on multi-shot. So, you know, you kind of have to weigh it. I don't actually think you need a ton of arrows with multi-shot. You're normally killing enemies so fast it won't matter, but that is up to you. Now let's check out the character sheet for this build. And again, my gear can be, I don't even consider it endgame gear. It's not that good, with the exception of my weapon. My weapon's pretty darn good. I only have 36 points of dexterity. You want to stack as much as you can. Movement speed, 29. Now, when you're looking at my resistances, you're going to be like, man, those are horrible. Only poison is maxed. Okay, we'll check out resistances in a second. Just be patient. When you look at the damage numbers, critical strike chance with a bow is 22%, pretty high. Multiplier 264, and then you go over the physical damage 699. They're decent figures, okay? But they're going to get better. Under defense, endurance is garbage, endurance threshold is garbage, crit avoidance should be higher. Glancing blow. Good old glancing blow. Grants a chance to only receive a glancing blow when you take a hit. You take 35% less damage on glancing blow. We like that, and that's only at 31, but it will get better. And then on here, slow chance 15, you get another 20 from multi-shot, so 35% chance on the slow, which will increase your damage. Absolutely nothing spectacular, right? I totally get it. So let's start with what Smoke Bomb does for your defense, okay? You're standing there and you're shooting and you hit Smoke Bomb. Check out dodge going up and look at glancing blow. You're now at a 71% glancing blow. That means you will take 35% less damage 71% of the time. And obviously you're shooting too. So you're leeching over and over and over again. Okay? Glancing blow is awesome. Now, what else does smoke bomb do? Okay, ready? Take a look at the damage numbers. And smoke bomb. Crit chance is now up to 47%. Every other hit is going to be a crit. Every other hit is going to be a crit. That's a good rhyme. Okay, but we're not done. Now let's throw a backup buddy. And you give it a second to explode. And boom. What is that? 15% extra crit strike multiplier. Not a ton, but it's going to generate a ton of threat. Everyone's going to be hitting your decoy, including bosses. And when it explodes, you're a little stronger. And you get 2 of them. All right? Shift. After you shift, did you see that? Look at your dodge rating. Ready? 75%. It jumps up to 4,600. You're basically invulnerable for that second. Okay? We're still not done. What about shooting? Are you ready? Look at my resistances. Okay? Shoot. Stay. Now we're at 72, 82, 84, 79, 77, 73, 54. It looks a whole lot better. So the idea when you watch my gameplay is you're kind of always sticking and moving. Shift is give you a lot of dodge. It's going to give you speed. It's going to give you movement. Smoke bomb's going to give you glancing blow. It's going to give you basically critting every single hit. So it's going to give you survivability and damage. Decoy's going to generate a lot of threat. When it explodes, it's going to give you more damage. When you're shooting, you're going to be leeching life, and you're going to have way higher resistances. Everything is tied together, and of course, with perfect synergy. All right, everyone, that's the build guide. I want to know your opinion. Is there something I'm missing to push this multi-shot marksman rogue channeling to the next level? Let me know in the comment section below. I also streamed this build for almost 4 hours on Twitch. First link in the description below if you want to go see more gameplay and see how we went about creating it. Always a good time if you want to go follow there, having a lot of fun with the community. If you haven't had a chance to join the official Action RPG Discord, please do so. We're now over 1,100 members, great conversations every day. The idea is to create a gaming community that could jump from game to game together so you never start the server alone. Link for that Discord is also in the description. I hope you all enjoyed this Rogue Marksman build guide. Hopefully you were entertained or at least learned something. Aaron?